rural political landscape, or the liberalization, privatization, globalization paradigm which transformed business, government, and society in 1991, we still had time to get used to them. But today, change is unparalleled and unprecedented in scope and speed. Your teachers, who are lecturing live to you in the classroom, have had to update their digital skills in a hurry because now you have online classes. Brick and mortar offices seem to be on their way out. Freelancing, the gig economy, work from home are becoming the new normal. You will enter a post-COVID working world, the contours of which cannot be fully foreseen today. So, cultivate a mindset that expects the unexpected. Be comfortable with ambiguity and uncertainty. Be open to different forms and modes of employment, whether as an employee, as an entrepreneur, or as a freelancer. Second, focus on substance, not show. 101. In an age of social media, where the internet has invaded every aspect of our lives, it is very easy to confuse the image with the reality. You will be implementing many projects as a professional. You will learn very quickly that making an impressive presentation is very different from doing an outstanding job. Let me give you an example. Some years ago, I was managing director of Kaveri Handicrafts. Kaveri Handicrafts is Karnataka's counterpart to Pumpuhar, which you have in Tamil Nadu, the Handicrafts Development Corporation of the state. At that time, when I was MD of the corporation, a young man approached me with an idea. He proposed to create an online e-commerce platform where he would display Kaveri's products, solicit online orders, supply it from Kaveri's showroom or go down to customers, and earn a small commission. Now remember, these were the days before Amazon. E-commerce was very, very new in India, just taking off. Yet I was willing to give him the opportunity. We started well. In a few months, however, it was clear that his expertise lay in the E part, not the commerce part. While the display platform was attractive and alluring, he failed to keep in touch with the inventory wing of the company, taking for granted that the required products would be available anytime, just for the asking. He also failed to realize that handicrafts take time to craft. They're not off the shelf, so to say. Very soon, the experiment fell through as he could not supply the orders placed. So, when you take up a project, understand that the substance is as important, if not more vital, than the show. Think comprehensively, design holistically, tie up the antecedents, and manage the consequences. Otherwise, you may be a social media star, but not a professional of substance and respect. Third, ethics 101. Be an ethical professional. Ethics, you know all about it. Boring, theoretical. Well, ethics is the most critical aspect of your professional life. You live in a world of naming and shaming. where reputations can be fabricated or ruined by a few clever clicks. You cannot change this. But if you have never swerved from the ethical path, you can brave the storm with a stout heart and a clear mind. Our Indian tradition calls it dharma. If you fulfill your dharma, the path of truth and righteousness and duty, then you have nothing to fear. Never relegate ethics to the realms of philosophy. An ethical way of life is the most practical of all tools in a professional's kitty. So, dear managers of tomorrow, first, cultivate a mindset change. Think like a professional. 2, focus on substance, not show. 3, be an ethical professional. I wish you all the very best as you build a new India, a post-COVID India. Good luck. Jai Hind.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, did you finish there? Finish that?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, ma'am. We expected nearly 1 hour.
No, I don't speak so long. I have found by experience that the young women and men of today, their attention span is very short. If they
Yes,
have these 3 takeaways, I am happy.
yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Can you share your experience with this, ma'am, while
Sure.
handling the Kaveri handicraft? How you manage the marketing situation as well as the management situation, ma'am?
Okay. Kaveri Handicrafts, I think you will have a similar setup in Tamil Nadu, where
Yes.
you have the Pumpuhar Corporation. It is set up as a corporation. We develop handicrafts and as well as sell them and promote them. Kaveri is a very strong brand. So that was one of the advantages that we had. The second advantage is handicrafts is a impulse purchase. So people would come. We have a beautiful showroom. If you visit Bangalore anytime, it's located on MG Road, which is the Bangalore's counterpart of Anna Salai or Mount Road, as it used to be called. So very very visible showroom. So people used to just come in to browse or come in for some other shopping on MG Road and then enter and purchase. Our markups were very high. The company did turn a profit. We had certain disadvantages. One thing was that increasingly over a period of time, it became more and more difficult to source handicrafts. Partly because we used to get smaller and let us say mediocre quality products in bulk, but the really beautiful ones, which are very creative, it takes time to prepare. And even over the period of the lifetime of the corporation, we did find that the number of artisans who could produce those products of excellence uh, gradually thinned down. You will find this across, in many parts of India, that not many young men and women want to go into the arts and crafts nowadays. They feel they would rather, wrap a sandwich in McDonald's than, spend their time painstakingly creating. And the number of master craftsmen who could teach the younger ones, that was also dwindling. So one thing which I did was that I rejuvenated. We did have a school for sculpture. I rejuvenated that. It had become defunct, and this was called Shilpa Gurukula, and I've written about it. You can see it on LinkedIn. That I actually established a school for sculpture, stone and wood sculpture, in a place called Sagar. You would have heard of Jog Falls. Sagar is near Jog Falls. And we began to, recruit young men and women. This was a place where they could come together and learn. So that was one experience. I've written about it elsewhere. So that kind of efforts need. So it was not just a marketing corporation. we could not run it like a business. We had to run it partly as a developmental project, partly as welfare schemes. So we used to have a lot of schemes for the welfare of artisans. So that, and we converged with other departments so that we could, encourage the artisans. So it was a very, very comprehensive exercise, though it was called a corporation. Government corporations cannot function strictly as a business proposition. So that was my experience. We have to have a more holistic vision. It is any government corporation, CSR is inherent. It's not a separate corporate social responsibility. The social responsibility is inherent in the corporation. So that broadly, I mean, just giving you the gist, that was broadly my experience in Kaveri Handicrafts.
Very nice, ma'am. Very nice experience. Students, ma'am, here in this virtual platform, most of the first year students are assembled. They are very fresh. Very 15 days back only we started our session. So if they want any clarification, please, ma'am. Students,
sure.
If you have if you want any clarification, just you can raise your hands. I unmute yourself, and you can raise your question. Okay, ma'am. No questions. So shall we wind up, ma'am?
Sure, sure.
Just a minute. So on behalf of SRM, Institute of Science and Technology, College of Management, faculty and students, I'm given my wholeheartedly thanks to Kalpana Gopalan ma'am to spend this valuable time to wish us our students how to they keep their mindset in a cultivate mindset of a proportional way. One of the things. Then in the second, focus on substance, not on show. Then the third, be an ethical person. So very good and valuable, very much valuable information to our students. So they are starting their PG program with this mindset. So definitely they will become one of the responsible citizens in our world. So thank you, our whole lot full thanks, ma'am. You spend your valuable time for our students. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Best wishes. Mikka Nandri.
Nandri, ma'am. Yes, students, very, very thanks to one and all assembled here. So now I'm wind up my session. Thank you very much. Anju, for you also, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.